All right. Hey now, everyone. It's Steve Severs for Bionic Buzz. I'm here with my special co-host, DJ Rostar. And for those who don't know, back in Live with DJ Rostar punk rock show in 2010s, he interviewed so many bands from The Used, Story of the Year, Kate Perry, Fall Out Boy, and many more. And now I'm joined by one of my favorite local bands here in Orlando called Felicity, who just recently went out to LA and opened for The Used at the Troubadour. How great is that, Ross?
I think out of all the venues in LA, the Troubadour has the best sound system.
Wow.
That was our first time in LA, so it was insane. It sounded great.
Yeah. Drew and Mike, how was it, that show? I mean, that was amazing. How did that get put together?
Oh, wow. It kind of came our way, kind of last minute, just like one of those you can't say no opportunities when your manager's like, hey, you want to do this? And then we just immediately looked at each other and went, are we just going to buy plane tickets to LA and figure out all the gear? And like, all right, yeah, let's just do it. So it was very much like you're always on the hunt for a show like that. And when the opportunity just finally presented itself, we had to jump on it. And that's just what we did.
What else did you do when you were there? Did you get to see anything? Go to any cool, music landmarks, even Amoeba Records, anything like that?
Amoeba, yes.
We did go to Amoeba. We did, but that was actually the second time. So we actually went back to LA 2 weeks later, unrelated, for another show. We got asked to come right back and play Emo Night LA, which was cool. It was like we went to LA in October for The Used, and then that turned into just another opportunity to turn around and go back, which was nuts, flying to LA. I think we went to LA twice in 3 weeks. Both were like 36-hour trips. Like each one was like a 36-hour trip. The first one, we only went to basically Airbnb, Troubadour, to the airport. It was like literally the 3 stops we had. The second one, we got to do a photo shoot in LA. We got to, do the Walk of Fame, the walk where you see all the Hollywood stars on the walk. And we got to go to Amoeba for an hour or so. And that was really it, though. Other than that, we were at Emo Night, played our show, got to, sing along and get a little drunk with the emo kids at Emo Night, and then back at the airport and back to Orlando.
Is there a big Emo Night scene in Orlando?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They run it, actually. They've done it.
We do one here. We do one every Thursday night here in Orlando, but Emo Night LA comes here once a month, and then Emo Night Brooklyn comes maybe like every other month or once a quarter. But Emo Night LA is at the Beacham, and it gets pretty crazy every single month. I think it's like the second Thursday of the month, and they team up with the one we do is called Emo Social every Thursday, and now we team up with Emo Night LA and do a big event with them when they're here once a month. So yeah, Emo Nights here in Orlando are a lot of fun, but I'll tell you, Emo Night LA in LA,
something else.
It's something else. It hits different. It was massive. Yeah. Just hanging out in the VIP, because we got like the VIP, like
we could go all the privileged places
because we were playing. So I was like hanging out with Derek from State Champs, and I was like, I'm not leaving your side all night. I'm hanging out with you, man. You're one of the coolest MFers I've ever met. So that was a lot of fun.
That is really cool. And you just did a collaboration with on was it a social media thing, right?
We did it. We like to do what we do is like we pick our favorite bands and we do like a little TikTok dance to one of their songs, and then every now and then they might duet it, or they might like respond to it, or maybe even just comment on it. But he actually duetted it and like did a reaction, and that was great, because then if we ever run into them or we play a show with them, I have an when I talk to them, I'm like, do you remember you duetted our dance? We were wearing the pink sweatshirts and we were dancing, and they're like, yes, that was you. And I'm like, that was me. So it's great because it kind of gets us an in whenever we do end up meeting these guys. And
that's so cool.
It's
I want
great.
to thank your social media real quick, because you're one of my favorite bands to follow. I love all the stuff you do, especially when you go to like Walmart and Target and you play your songs inside of it. Is there anything that like crazy that happened while you weren't recording that you couldn't get the show or anything like that?
The Taco Bell manager, when we were in there the very first time, like we set up, and within 10 seconds he came over and he's like, the owner just saw on the camera what is happening here. No, absolutely not. And it wasn't like the full-on bit when that was happening. Andrew got a little bit of it, but like the way he was talking to us, I wish there had been just another camera right here, just be like, very, very firm with everything.
Corey was dressed up like a hot dog, which was added
Yeah,
depth to it.
And Corey was dressed up like a
full-on hot dog costume.
Who edits these videos, and how long does it take per video?
Yeah, it's that guy right there.
I edit most of them. It doesn't take too long, honestly. It really depends on how involved they are. But it take usually what I do is my routine is I wake up in the morning, and I turn on Dr. Phil and I have my coffee, and I'm like, I'm gonna edit today's TikTok, and I look at what we filmed that week. We try to film, it's crazy being a band in this day and age. We film TikToks and content more than we practice, honestly.
You don't play your instrument. You don't
really have to unless we have a show. We're like, nope, we don't need to film today. Well, no, we don't need to practice today. We need to go film instead. So we're going to Lowe's or Walmart or Taco Bell today.
Have you run out of places in the Orlando area to go to? Because I'm sure you're a lot of places in your band.
There's more. You need to branch out.
Luckily, we're in Orlando, and there's 15 Lowe's and there's 15 McDonald's. There's plenty of places to get kicked out of.
We should try Sam's and Costco.
Yeah. Next time you go to LA, you can film wherever you want because they have no law there. You can just steal things and walk out with it. So you can just film any video you want. They're not going to kick you out.
Yeah.
That is
plenty
true.
of places there to film.
You can shop.
So, people probably know you then from not just the music, from the videos. I wonder if some people online don't even know you are a band. They just think you're a bunch of fun guys just joking around.
That's very possible. Yeah. We've been doing it so much. There are people who are barely familiar with the songs and they just know that is the answer. That's the shtick that they're used to seeing. But slowly they get indoctrinated by hearing that the weather, what was she wearing here? And then it just kind of gets stuck in their head. And there you go. New fans.
That was actually some advice. We had a call with a record label a few years ago, pretty big record label. And, it wasn't even talking about signing us. It was really just a call to just get feedback and to just get advice. And what they told us was, if you want to be a successful band in this day and age, don't see yourself as a band, don't market yourself as a band, be an entertainer. Jimmy Fallon, is Jimmy Fallon a comedian? Does he do music? Does he sing? He does everything, right? He's an actor,
he does it all.
Comedian. He does music. Adam Sandler does music. He does comedy. He acts. He's an entertainer. A lot of these guys can do just stand up, right? But Adam Sandler has released musical albums and stuff. Then you might see him in a dramatic role in a movie too, like Uncut Gems, right?
Oh yeah.
We try to see ourselves as let's be entertainers. So when we make content, we might want to go make videos when we grew up, we watched Jackass. So we just want to get kicked out of public places and be funny. But the guys in Jackass, like Johnny Knoxville, might also go act in a movie, and he's not acting like Jackass. Or some of the guys in Jackass might go make music or do funny stuff or do comedy, like Steve-O now does stand-up comedy. So that's what we want to do. We want to be a brand of guys who are entertainers. But the main thing we are is a band. But we also just don't want to only be that. And I think that's what's important, because then we don't run out of ideas when we're trying to make content. I think that's why we've done somewhat a little bit well while you guys have seen us, and our content isn't just always we're a band, and we're just not shoving music down people's throat 24/7.
I think you're doing everything right, honestly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's good advice for other up and coming bands too. The whole being an entertainer thing, that's cool. But I do want to talk about your music because I am a fan of the actual music too. You did release a new song, Levitate. Can you talk about putting that song together? Any fun stories, inspiration while recording?
Ooh, any fun stories of it? Maybe just the way that it was put together is just kind of trying to stay relevant with the times, but also just try to progress what rock music could be going in the direction of. So a band that we kind of look towards right now for Levitate was Maneskin, and how they're bringing a lot of rock and dance elements into the genre right now. And in the spirit of, the Felicity sound is looking to develop. We want to be as much good guitar and instrument players as we do have catchy vocals and catchy melodies. But we just wanted to bring in dance elements for Levitate, and that's why we decided to go with it first, because Manskin is very prominent right now, and just to kind of come right out of the gate with something hot and a little different. We don't really have a lot of dance rock stuff, so just to sort of showcase
you guys always been a very diverse band, which I always like.
A lot of
punk, some are more hardcore, some more emo, and now it's you got the dance one. That's great.
Yeah.
We definitely want a song that we could show to, I think, any generation of a person, a song we could maybe show to our grandmother, or show to like a teenager and it kind of be like accessible to anybody. It play on the radio. It's not like too heavy. It's not too soft. It's not like, it's kind of like, I wouldn't say like timeless because I feel like that's like a cocky word to use, but just like a generationalist song. It's not for a specific time and place or person. It's just a fun song that you could play at a wedding reception that people could go out and dance to and have fun. And that's what we're going for. And we've never had a song like that, I think, in our catalog. So that's what we're really going for. And we were looking at a band like Maneskin that writes a lot of songs like that, like the song "Beggin" from Maneskin. You can just put that on at a wedding, and you could see old people and young people out there all having a good time or vibing. Or a song like "Mr. Brightside" by the Killers. Like, it doesn't matter what generation of people are listening to that song, they can go have a good time to it. So we're really approaching this next kind of record to try to have songs like that, where before we were kind of writing music for people maybe our age or like the people we see at our shows, where now it's kind of like trying to branch out to that. And that's kind of where we're trying to, our mindset has kind of been with this last batch of music. Levitate's the first of 16 songs we finished, where we recorded over the last couple years, I think, really. We've been working on these songs since when we released Dear Universe, the day that album came out, which was July 2021, about almost 2 years ago. We were actually working on Levitate that day in the studio that day. So we've been working on these since then.
Yeah.
Very cool. And also, the single just got, I think, played on WJRR, the local rock station here in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
That's a big deal. So maybe next year you can play the Earth Day Birthday Festival then.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
We wanted to play Earth Day Birthday. I mean, Mike and I have been here in Orlando for a decade now, and we've been we've been going to Earth Day Birthday for years, and we've been dying to play that, and maybe next year will happen. Fingers crossed.
Is there a big scene in Orlando for the music you're doing? Do you have other bands that are up and coming with you?
Oh yeah,
Orlando scene's insane, man. See what I'm saying? Like the bands that have just come out in the last 5 years that have kind of blown up. You have bands like Capstan who are on Fearless Records.
Magnolia Park.
Magnolia Park's a band called 408 that's doing really big things right now. They're Meet Me at the Altar, who's on Fueled by Ramen, and they're on tour with like massive. They did a full UK tour with Green Day, like this band from Orlando, and several others that are probably on the cusp of breaking it right now. And these are all bands that are like young, just over the last 5 years have made it themselves.
That's great. So people are, Orlando is on the radar. You don't have to worry about moving to a different city with more attention.
Yeah,
you are where it's at.
The scene here is awesome.
There was a time when it wasn't as booming as it kind of is right now over the last 5 years, but this is definitely on the up and up phase of just the Orlando Central Florida scene being a thing.
Nice. Well, cool. You mentioned you recorded 12 other songs. So, I mean, are you gonna eventually have an album drop later this year, or just kind of spaced out these singles?
Yeah, the single release game is kind of the thing right now, because when you drop an album, people will just swallow it immediately and digest it. But just being able to trickle out singles and allow people to sip on it like a nice fine wine, which this is not. But that mentality of let's keep people interested in the current single and really hype it up, make a fun video, a lot of fun content, and then bring out the next one. Now, let's say 6 months from now, a label is all of a sudden like, Felicity's been releasing a lot of singles right now. And then who knows, maybe that discussion can lead to this becoming an album, which is maybe on the back burner of thought. But the main thing is just how people seem to be digesting music right now. Instead of going all in with the album, let's just give them a single here, give them a single there, and then take it from there.
Yeah. Your manager or management company is very knowledgeable about everything modern. It seems like you're literally doing everything by the book, and it's working out. So good for you guys.
Yeah, thanks. It's nice to see it pay off where you tried enough ideas and you accept the fact that not everything's going to be a home run, and you post a video that gets 10 views, then you post another one that you put way less effort into and it gets 10,000 views, and you're like, well, what is the point of even
I know that feeling.
Yeah, same thing with me. Exact same thing. I'll post like a interview I did like 20 years ago with some huge band, nobody cares, and then I'll post like some stupid meme that's like relatable to me, and I get like 5,000 likes immediately.
It's so ridiculous.
Defies logic.
Awesome, guys. Before I let you go, anything else coming up you're allowed to talk about? Like, I guess you said you might be doing a music video for Levitate, or?
I don't know if we'll do a music video right now. What we did, we took our entire music video budget and we put it into doing like really high quality TikToks. So it's like a music video in the length of a TikTok for multiple songs. So like I said, we have lots of songs, and what we found is like you do a whole music video. Like for our last record, we did a whole music video for probably like 6 or 7 songs, and then you put it like 15 seconds of it on TikTok, and it like, you know, does amazing for you, right? Our song The Weather, we're actually about to announce it later today, but our song The Weather from our last record just hit 1 million streams on Spotify.
Great.
So that was a lot of that was because of TikTok, and it was because of a 15-second clip from the music video we put on TikTok that drove like probably half of those 1 million streams came organically from a 15-second clip of the music video we put on TikTok. So we're thinking, well, what if we just put the full force of the music video idea into making the best 15 seconds we can, and we just focus on that for every song. So I don't know about a full music video. I don't even know if that's where the industry is going, is if you're just trying to 15
it's honestly not, even though I still love the art form.
I do too. We do too. Like,
great art form, yes.
Up with music videos, we love them. But so we have like we said, a lot of songs, a lot of music. So I'd say the most exciting thing is you know, celebrating The Weather, 1 million streams. So check out Levitate, go bump The Weather to celebrate 1 million streams of that. And we have our next single we're going to be announcing here soon, coming out in about a month. So you can expect a new Felicity song going forward until further notice every few weeks to a month. And a lot of cool, exciting features and collabs. We have just about a collab on almost every single song with some really big bands that you guys probably are going to be shocked, like, holy crap, they're working with that band, that we can't talk about because it would just spoil it. So we're gonna leave that in the background. A lot of exciting stuff coming up, and we're gonna be playing a bunch of shows in Florida. So you're gonna see us, hopefully come see us in person, Stephen, and we can do one of these.
Yeah,
live.
Absolutely, man. I gotta get out of the house more often. So
yeah, we're gonna have some shows, and we're gonna have some Orlando shows this summer. You'll see us around, and we're gonna do our big. We haven't announced the date yet, but this summer in August, we're gonna be doing our big Nothing But Rock Fest, which is our butt rock tribute show.
All the dad rock music from the early 2000s.
Ross.
We're gonna be doing a full Papa Roach tribute set if you want to come see it. And that'll be a lot of fun.
Explain that real quick, because if you've done this in the past, and you've got basically local bands in the area, and each one does a cover of a different band from the Warped Tour area, basically.
A tribute set of that band. Like, so try to find 5 to 7 songs.
Yeah, 5 to 7 songs of whatever band's most inspired you. We do a Warped Tour one. We did that a few months ago. That was our Warped winner. And then we do in the summer, we do our Nothing But Rock Fest. So this is like
cool.
2000s new metal, alternative. So last year I think we did Nickelback. We had a band doing Godsmack. We had been doing 3 Days Grace. And I think this year we might have a band doing Avenged Sevenfold. We're going to be doing Papa Roach. But you could hear, who knows, you could hear Disturbed. You might hear Breaking Benjamin. Who knows?
Yeah, like you said, dad rock.
All dad rock. All dad rock.
You guys must like never sleep, huh? You're always doing something.
No.
We'll sleep when we're dead.
Studio, we were in the studio like 5 of the last 7 days this week. So we're always working.
That's cool. It inspires me to do more with my life also. So thanks.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for taking time to talk to Ross and I. Everyone, check them out. But we got all the social media links down below. Definitely follow them on TikTok. I highly recommend it.
Please do. Thanks a lot, guys. It's been a lot of fun.
Guys, a lot of fun.